Alright, the next quest we got going is called the Butcher's Blood, given to us by Arnvald in the Alamegan Quarter, next to Gaelbard's Gate, if that matters. Let's find out. Alright, it does give us a orchestration roll. Orchestration roll. I thought there were scrolls. I guess so. Okay. Whatever. Doesn't matter. All jesting aside, we must tell people the good news, and I think Lise should be the first. Seconded. She is bound to be delighted. If I am no longer needed, then I shall take my leave. Of course, don't let us keep you. Thanks again, and say hello to Vama for me. That was Jamoldva. She's peacing out, yo. Now then, there is to be a meeting of representatives from across Alamigo, so Lise is sure to be in the city. Shall we seek her out? Yeah, buddy. Okay. I bought roughly 3 pieces of gear for all of my jobs except for Paladin, who's already good to go. Although I could still buy some. It's fine. Paladin is really good to go. They were all accessories, and the most I paid for one piece was like $99,999. Rest of them were anywhere from 17 to 20 something. I still got 2.47 million, so I think I'm doing all right. We'll speak to Lise. She's talking to an Alamegan resistance fighter who walks off. And up we trot. Oh, you 3 look pleased with yourselves. What have you been up to? I'm glad you asked, Lise, and I'm pretty sure you're going to like the answer. He explains. The scene pans up, goes black, comes back to us. You're joking. The Mad King's Trove? I thought that was a myth. So did plenty of people, but they didn't have Mercy and Alphino in their party. The credit for finding it should really go to them. As for what to do with it all, I vote that it goes towards alleviating the suffering of Alamigo's poor. Gods, if there's as much as you say... Arnvald did not exaggerate, I assure you. We could not hope to carry even a fraction of it out on our own. I have taken the liberty of sketching out a rough map of the ruins. If you will assemble a squad of your most trusted freedom fighters, they should be able to follow the route to where the treasure lies. She nods. Understood. I will make sure every coin is accounted for, and that goes for the spending of it as well. Thank you. Oh, there's one other thing. When the time comes to draw up a plan for distributing the spoils, I would ask that you consult Alphino. I don't have a head for details. I'm not educated. I see that simply handing out sacks of gil won't solve everything, but I couldn't rightly tell you what to do instead. Oh, I know the feeling. I'd welcome any advice you could give us, Alphino. Of course, I shall be at your disposal. Commander, we've got a problem. Up comes a resistance fighter. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. Tell me what's happened. A mob's gathered outside headquarters, and they've started making demands. You'd best come and see for yourself. We jog to follow. Fuck off. God, I fucking hate
Step back,
scammers.
all of you!
If you ever get, as a dude, the likelihood that if you're getting attention out of the blue from a female on Instagram, Tinder, etc., that it's a bot, somebody trying to scam you, or it's like 90% man. Especially if you're not very attractive.
Like hells we will! We know who you've got in there!
We're not leaving till you hand her over!
Oh, they got Fordola.
Bring her out! Bring her out!
What's going on? Someone let slip about Fordola.
It wasn't me, probably.
It's true then! The bitch really is in there! I knew it!
Wow.
I bloody knew it!
I didn't know that. I don't recall them using that kind of language, but that's fine.
We demand vengeance! Bring her out! Today we butcher the butcher!
Butcher the... Come on, you don't mean that! We'd be no better than the Imperials if you'd all just calm down! Calm down! That monster and her thrice damned skulls drive
drag my man from our home and beat him to death in the street!
Yeah, that would do
Aye! And my dad! That bitch has spilt enough blood to fill a lock!
I don't know if I like
We
the
all know her
repeated
crimes.
use of the-
She's a traitor and a murderer. How many of your resistance friends have died at her hands, eh? And here you are, protecting her! So that's what all the fuss is about.
Up walks Raban.
Hearken to me, brothers and sisters of Alamigo. Hey, who's this?
That's the Bull of Alamigo.
My friends, you are not alone in your anger, your grief, your despair, for it is mine as well. That gnawing pain in your breast, it is enough to bring an old bull to his knees. But I ask you, brothers and sisters, to think not only of the family and friends who were cut down before your very eyes, but to think also of the ones who were abducted, the ones who may yet live. Where were they taken? What became of them? These questions demand answers. I share your thirst for justice, for vengeance. But we will gain only fleeting satisfaction if we give in to our base appetites. We will never know the truth. Now is the time that we, the people of Alamigo, must decide what manner of nation we will build for ourselves, and for generations yet unborn. When they look to our example, will they see a people who held fast to their principles, or one who cast them aside when tried? I say to you, it is our responsibility to give these prisoners a fair trial, that they might answer to all of Alamigo. The Garleans called us savages, and I'll be damned if we prove them right.
I don't know if that's the proper place for
I know you're right, I do, but I can't.
Raban walks up to him directly. God, this helmet is so stupid on Metrigan. Good timing, Raban. Wind Up Moon Brita is our new little minion for a second. For however long I feel like it. Talk to Lise, cutscene. My thanks, Raban. Listening to their anger, I could feel myself being swept away. 'Tis a difficult tide to stem. 'Twas that same rage which brought us to our feet and carried us to victory. Yeah, tied to stern? To stem. Whatever. I don't think you can stem a tide, but whatever. Anyway, sorry. But now the war is over. All that unspent fury is being channeled into vengeance. Aye, and it's not just here. We've reports of mobs forming all over, says Monago. They've been targeting folk known to have cooperated with the Garleans. It starts with insults most often, then someone picks up a stone. Some industrious souls even thought to seek out the graves of Xenos and his officers. It was grim. Jeez. I want to build a country where everyone, regardless of race or origin, can live side by side in peace. But maybe the time isn't right. Maybe people just aren't ready, says Lise. But she shakes her head. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to try. The representatives will be here soon, and I'll be damned if I'm going to give up before I've even begun. Who are these representatives exactly? Says Arnvald. Oh, village elders, refugee leaders, and the like. It wouldn't be right for us to dictate the nation's future on our own, so we've planned a summit of sorts. We've even invited Ananta and the Kikrin to participate. Alamigo stands at a crossroads, and this meeting will decide which path it takes. The matter of Fordola's sentence cannot be suffered to disrupt proceedings. Then let's execute her and be done with it. She herself asked to be put to death, says Minago. Nago! I already explained why we wouldn't do that. Sending her to the gallows might satisfy people right now, but where would it end? Should we round up everyone who collaborated, and everyone who didn't resist? There would be no one left, and we'd be no better than Theodoric and Xenos. Nago kind of keeps hanging her head a little bit. Arnvald says, begging your pardon, but might I be allowed to speak with Fordola? Only, I caught a glimpse of her past, a moment of it anyway, during the fight. She's done terrible things, aye, unforgivable things, but in some ways she's a victim of the circumstances in which she was born, and that's something I can understand. All right, speak with the prison guard when you're ready, and I'll come and join you. I want to talk to her too. I'll return to my other duties then. We've barely begun to investigate the facility where they gave Fordola her powers. Be fairly warned, friends. She will test you. Don't let your emotions color your judgment when she does. This gets nods and thanks from everybody. He walks off. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go question Fordola's for Beelzebubs. Right. Sorry, I think I might. Lids, dry drinks, crispy chips, and drinks. Double drinks. You have the commander's permission to enter then, says the prison guard. Into the prison. Yeah, let's do this. It has a check mark like this is how you end the quest, but and it probably is, but we have a cutscene. Our cell's being guarded by 2 Alamigan resistance fighters. Lise, myself, Alphino, Arnvald walk up. They open the cell. Big old iron door with some viewing slits kind of at eye level. In walk the 4 of us. The door's left open. In case it...
Well, well, well. So many visitors. Come to have a good laugh, have you? Or do you mean to put me out of my misery? To finish what you started? It's about bloody time.
That's not why we're here, no. Do you remember what I said? How I promised you you'd live long enough to see us win our freedom? Well, I meant it. And not to mock you either.
You're wasting your time. All of this is pointless! There's no reason to keep me alive, and you know it! I killed your men. I killed my men! And you know what my only regret is? That I didn't kill you when I had the chance!
That's a lie, and you know it! You think we can't tell what you're trying to do? That we're blind?
By the way, like, the entire time she was raising her voice, she was still just staring at the ground. Not meeting anybody's eyes. She wasn't, like, rising or, like, you know, death glaring.
Yeah, you're a fool, but you're not stupid. You're ruthless. Relentless. You'd give up anything and everything to get what you want. You didn't come this far, climbing over the bodies of your own brothers and sisters just to piss it all away. I see you, Fordola. I see you for what you are.
This time we get a vision of Fordola. Probably. Screen goes white, now black. And it is obviously a vision of the past. Flag, a white flag, a white pennant, like waving in the air on a castle high up. Young Fordola looking up at it. Like stone ground, well worked, well kept.
Come along, Fordola. We mustn't be late. The Imperial Viceroy will be attending today's banquet.
Says her mother.
All right!
Fordola cheers a little bit. runs off to meet them, join them.
Father, what's Lord Gaius like? Is he nice? Are you friends?
They laugh, or he laughs.
There you go again with all your questions.
Mom shrugs a bit and smiles.
Lord Gaius is a great and honourable man who looks after all of Alamigo. He's very busy, and if we don't hurry, we'll miss our chance to see him.
Filthy tin-head lovers.
Some Alamegan, poorly dressed, like... As the
Father,
family...
what did that man call us?
Yeah, as the family's walking by, that's what he called them as he walked by. Tin-head lovers. Like they love the Imperials. And most Alamegans don't.
The little tin-head lover doesn't know what she is, eh? A traitor, sweetheart. A backstabbing bitch who'd gladly betray her kith and kin to gnaw on what few scraps the Imperials deign to toss her. Like your bastard father and whore mother.
That's not true! My parents are good people! They've never done anything like that!
Her eyes begin to water with tears. She runs away from the man.
Oh, but they were quick to help themselves and their bitch spawn, weren't they? You're just as guilty as them.
She makes it to a kind of marketplace of sorts, it looks like. A rock rolls past her. And another one is thrown at her.
Fordola!
Her father runs up, takes the brunt of another rock.
Traitors!
More rocks are being thrown at her dad, hitting him in the back as he covers his daughter. The mother runs up to one of the soldiers.
Please, you have to do something. My husband and daughter are in danger.
One of the Imperial soldiers.
Soldiers of the Imperial Army are under no obligation to intervene in the disputes of Arn.
We're citizens. We have rights.
Ah!
Father, I'm scared.
It's all right. It's all right. They don't understand, but they'll see in time. They'll see that this is the only way to survive. Traitors! Traitors!
Oh, a big guy with a big rock hits her father in the back of the head, maybe? He goes down. More rocks keep getting thrown. Her mother rushes to her daughter and husband.
Let the savages have their fun. They'll be more compliant once they've tired themselves out.
The Imperial Pilus Prior says. There's another soldier, less armored, who is just kind of like your riffraff Imperial, and he is shocked, he hates it, but he complies. We come upon another scene where a slightly older Fordola, it looks like. Yep.
Fordola, please. You already have citizenship. Why would you want to become a soldier?
Her mother asks. Older now as well. She sees...
Oh, gods. What have you done to your face?
She sees the tattoos on Fordola's face for the first time.
Forgotten it already, have you? I'm honouring Father's memory.
By telling the world that you know better than a common savage.
Am I though, Mother? Are any of us? Can't you see? Citizenship means nothing to them. If you're not a pure-blood Garlean, you're no different from any other savage.
She's also standing with a group of 3 other men Or 3 men. She's not a man, obviously.
So I'll play the part. I'll join the Legion and I'll make them respect me. And when the mob see that, they'll think twice before throwing their stones. Ansfrid, Rudolph, Emlyn. It's time. It'll be hard. Humiliating. They'll try to break us. Send us crawling back to our own kind. But we won't, no matter what. We'll bleed for them, die for them if we have to. We'll do whatever it takes to be free!
They put in their fists. They do this like little salute in front of their faces and down like past their chins. They hold it. Like as if in remembering those that are fallen. Her mother is in tears. She's lost everyone. We have a flash to black and we are back in the room. In the present. Arnvald's still trying to talk.
So, you mean to play the part one last time, eh? The unrepentant traitor whose death will serve to unite the people?
Shut up.
You had every chance to kill yourself. Fashion a noose from your clothes. Wait for the guards to leave you alone long enough to slip it over your neck.
I said shut up!
Oh, but then it would have all been for nothing, wouldn't it? Whatever it takes. That's what you said.
Been in my head, have you? Had a little peek at my past?
Yup.
And what? A few stolen memories tell you everything you need to know, do they? Don't you dare patronize me! You don't know a god's damned thing about the life I've led! The bastards that killed him. The bastards that let it happen. My father deserved better! I swore I'd do whatever it took to make them pay!
Oh, her eye goes red again. Now she's having a flashback? She sees Gaius, and I can't list things fast enough. I think she's seeing what I have been through? That's her first headache flashback thing.
You. All that power. All that pain. It's too much. Too much for anyone. The things they've done to you. The lies. The betrayal. The endless fighting. Yet there you stand. Unbroken. How? Why?
Well, you're not gonna believe me, but this is a video game. You know why you saw, or is one option. For those I have lost, for those I can yet save, is another option, or because I choose to. For those I lost, that's the best answer. For those I have lost, for those I can yet save.
Damn you. Damn you all.
You still have time, Fordola. Think about how you want to spend it. Let's go.
Alright, the Butcher's Blood is complete. We'll see if there's another cutscene. Sometimes there is. Nope, but it did put me past the 30. Okay, so the next quest we're going to do will be Echoes of an Echo, and I'll see you for that next time. Later.